Hello and welcome. This week we are in Minneapolis, Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Vikings. The Philadelphia Eagles come into this game with a perfect record of 4-0 to take on the 0-4 winless Minnesota Vikings. And quarterback Matt Barkley has played pretty good so far this year, and he has obviously led the team to the perfect record. And the entire team has been playing well. The defense, we have the league leader in interceptions, and that is Brandon Boykin with a total of 5 on the year. So now we'll get this game underway as Jones will kick it off. And this one will not be a touchback like most games are, as Patterson will catch it, and Cordell Patterson gets completely leveled by Kendricks. Kendricks likes to make those big hits, and it's really good. And this was a surprise to me. The Minnesota Vikings quarterback is Tim Tebow. So we'll be facing Tim Tebow and Adrian Peterson on this offense. That's a duo I never thought I'd say. And Tebow's first throw of the game is an interception by Eric Wolf. And the Eagles have the ball just like that, 40 seconds into the game. And now, first play for Philadelphia, handoff LaShawn McCoy, and he is dragged down in the backfield. And now the next play, we'll see if they can get the ground game going as he hands it off to McCoy. McCoy will spin out a guy and get a first down. 2 rushes, 11 yards. Next play, Barkley all alone in the backfield. He's dropping back. He's going to roll out, and he is hit as he throws. It would fall incomplete, so no interception on that one. Barkley from shotgun now firing and overthrowing his targets, so now he's 0 for 2 so far on the day. Third down, Barkley drops back. He's looking. Barkley will fire deep, and it nearly gets picked and then dropped by Deshaun Jackson, and it was actually in his hand, so out would come Dan Carpenter. And Carpenter with the kick, and it would be good, and Carpenter remains perfect on the year so far. Dan Carpenter has so far been one of the best free agent acquisitions we have gotten, as Tebow will hand off to Peterson, and Peterson will spin out a guy, break a tackle, and he gets forced out of bounds after getting the first down. That was Bradley Fletcher who was not able to wrap up and bring him down. And now a couple plays later, Tebow drops back. Tebow is going to throw and find Carlson. And Thornton tries to get him, but Thornton's thrown to the ground, and Eric Wolf has to make the big hit on the play for a 14-yard gain. Tebow a couple plays later on 3rd and 6. Dropping back, he's firing and overthrows his targets. So that would be incomplete, and the Vikings would bring on the field goal unit. And Thomas on the hold, the kick is up, and it is good for the Vikings. They tie the game 3-3. And now the Eagles come back out on first down. He hands off LaShawn McCoy, who gets caught up on his own blocker and then is brought down in the backfield. So McCoy off to a slow start. So is Barkley. 3rd and 12 now. Barkley dropping back. He's going to fire and just overthrows the entire defense and offense. So now it's 4th and 12. They would punt the ball back to Minnesota. Tebow on 3rd and 4 takes the snap, and Tim Tebow will throw, and it is dropped by Murphy. So now they punt the ball back to Philadelphia. And now King on the punt, and it's going all the way back to Ted Ginn on the play. Ted Ginn catches it inside the 20. Ted Ginn to the outside, and Ted Ginn's got room to move. And Ted Ginn's going to take it all the way to the house for the first Eagles touchdown of the game. And now Philadelphia has the lead 10-3 as Ted Ginn is now pumped up. But that would be the first special teams punt return, or the first punt return touchdown of the season. And now Peterson on the next drive, and he's got people confused. Trey Boston did not know what to do. He finally is able to wrap him up and bring him down. And now Peterson has 5 rushes for 25 yards. 3rd and 6, Tebow dropping back. Tebow's going to throw, and it's caught by Wright, who gets the first down and then shoved out of bounds by Kerry Williams. And that would get the first down on the play. Tebow from under center, he's going to drop back on the next play. He fires and finds Jennings, who is then immediately brought down, but he does get the first down. Tebow is playing a lot better than I suspected he would. Peterson to the outside. Peterson spins out a couple people and then is finally brought down. 8 rushes, 38 yards for Adrian Peterson on the day. 3rd and 3, Tebow, handoff Peterson. Peterson breaks the tackle and has the first down on the play. We have to be able to slow down Adrian Peterson if we want to win this game. 3rd and 14, Tebow from shotgun. Tebow's going to throw, and it is almost intercepted by about 3 Eagles. And a Vikings receiver would be injured on the play, but no Eagles were able to come up with that. So out would come the field goal unit again. Thomas on the hold, and it is good for Minnesota. So it's 10-6. Minnesota's obviously still in this. First down on the next Eagles possession. Barkley fires, and Ted Ginn drops it. Barkley is yet to complete a pass, and that is not good right now. As Barkley will drop back and fire, he finally gets a pass off, and it's LaShawn McCoy who gets a nice gain on the play, a 19-yard gain to be exact, and that would be Barkley's first completion on the day. And as you can tell, we're not doing so good on third downs, and Barkley fires and finds Ted Ginn, who has the first and is immediately brought down for a 16-yard gain on the play. Couple plays the next play, Barkley will fire and find Ted Ginn again, who is trying to make a difference on this offense now. Deshaun is yet to show up today. And now Barkley fires to the end zone, and it is nearly picked off. Thank God he just dropped it. Next play, Barkley fires, and it is caught by Cooper, who is then brought down in the end zone, but touchdown Philadelphia to give Philadelphia a 17-6 lead. Barkley really turned around on that drive. 2nd and 9 for the Vikings. Tebow fires, and it's caught by Murphy, who has the first down and a little bit more for a 15-yard gain on the play. Tebow from shotgun is going to drop back. Tebow fires and finds Patterson, who has the first down, and that was on 3rd and 6. Now 2nd and 13 for Tim Tebow in the Vikings offense. Tebow in shotgun, and he fires and finds Rudolph, who is then forced out of bounds, but he gets a nice gain on the play. 3rd and 6 now for the Minnesota Vikings. Tim Tebow has completed 5 passes in a row. Like I said, he's doing a lot better than I suspected. But Tebow's going to try to run it, and Tebow gets held up, but he did get the first down. They didn't even have to measure it. They're just going to give him the first. 1st and 10, Tebow dropping back, firing. He finds he finds Adrian Peterson, and Peterson gets the first down on the play. He has 2 receptions for 11 yards. 2nd and 10, we are inside the 2-minute warning now, and Tebow fires, and he gets it's 3rd and inches. I thought he got the first down there. Now on 3rd and inches, Tebow from shotgun. Tebow's going to drop back and fire and find Adrian Peterson, and no one's in front of him. Peterson gets forced out at the 1-yard line, and the Vikings have a very good chance to get this game a little bit closer. And hands off Adrian Peterson, and Peterson's into the end zone. Touchdown. If you give it to Adrian Peterson on the 1, it's pretty much a guaranteed touchdown in this game. So with that, the game is now 17-13, and Barkley's trying to score before halftime. He fires and finds Brad Smith, who gets the first down, but then is brought down. And now the clock's ticking. So they would run a hurry-up offense. Matt Barkley trying to get everyone together and get to the line. Barkley in shotgun, 1st and 10. Clock's still ticking. We're at 15 seconds to snap. Barkley firing deep, and he's got Ted Ginn, who gets leveled. He would fumble the ball, but it goes right out of bounds, so 10 seconds left. And now we are in very good field position as Barkley drops back, and he lobs it, and he has Austin Seferian-Jenkins into the end zone. Touchdown, our 1st-round draft pick. He paid off right there with a big play. There you see the halftime stats, and it's about even again. Oh, that was a nasty voice crack. And now LaShawn McCoy would get the first down and then be brought down. 9 rushes for 42 yards for LaShawn McCoy. Matt Barkley in shotgun, dropping back. And Barkley would fire and completely off target, and it's picked off by Robinson. And that would give Minnesota the ball in a 24-13 game. And Minnesota would need this, and they need to try to get something going if they still want a chance. And Tebow completely misses his target, and the ball bounces way downfield. Now 3rd and 4, Tim Tebow in shotgun. He's looking. Tebow is brought down, and it'll be 4th down. Trent Cole on the sack, and they would have to punt it back to Philadelphia. Philadelphia on the first play of the next possession, handoff LaShawn McCoy. McCoy spins, is leveled, and there's a fumble on the play. Chad Greenway picks it up, and Greenway is being chased and brought down by Deshaun Jackson. And that's been about all Deshaun's been able to do today. On 1st down, Tebow. Handoff Adrian Peterson. Peterson to the left. Peterson breaks the tackle and then is brought down by number 28. And Peterson has 13 rushes for 61 yards. 28 is Eric Wolf. I forgot his name for a second. 1st and 10, Tebow from shotgun. Fires, finds Peterson, and no one's in front of him. Peterson's going to walk into the end zone. And it'll be 24-20 Eagles. But Minnesota is creeping closer. Oh, no, they are going for 2. And Tebow's going to drop back and fire. And, yeah, he's not in. So 24-19. I thought it was 24-20. 24-19. And Philadelphia gets the ball back. And Barkley going deep. And it is dropped by Deshaun Jackson, who I don't know if he's even made a catch today. But that would have been a huge play. 3rd and 10. Barkley in shotgun again. Barkley's dropping back and he's firing. And it is nearly intercepted off the drop by Brad Smith. So the ball would now go back to Minnesota. And now Minnesota has a chance to score a touchdown and take the lead on this drive. Kyle Rudolph throwing off a guy and then is brought down. Tebow, 75% of his passes have been completed for 172 yards and a touchdown. Tebow is playing a lot better than I expected him to. And Tebow is brought down in the backfield now, 3rd and 15. And this play could be huge for the Minnesota Vikings. They have to get this if they want to remain close in this game. And Tebow is firing deep, and it is caught on the play. They would rule it complete. I would challenge it, and it would be ruled a completion. And I had to go back and look at the replay myself, and it is a completion. So now 2nd and goal for the Vikings. Tebow all alone in the backfield. He fires, and he has Rudolph in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, and Minnesota has the lead 25-24. And they would come out and go for 2. Tebow firing, and it is picked off by Trent Cole. Obviously, you can't do anything with it, but that would make it a 1-point game for the Eagles. And now Deshaun finally... No, that's Deshaun's 2nd catch. Okay, so he did have a catch. And now Barkley from under center on 3rd and 21. Barkley going deep, and it is nearly intercepted. And they'd have to punt the ball to Minnesota. And this could prove to be catastrophic for the Eagles if Minnesota scores here, as that would be a pretty big deficit to come back from. And now this guy's making everyone miss. And he's across the 50, and he is almost to the 30-yard line before he gets dragged down at the 34. Huge punt return for the Vikings. And now the Eagles have to come up with a stop here. Tebow dropping back. Tebow's firing, and he has Jennings. And he would be leveled by, I believe that was Trey Boston on the big hit. But that's a completion for the Vikings. 3rd and 6 now. Vikings dropping back. He's looking, firing, and he has Smith, who almost scores, but they're able to barely drag him down inside the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal. They need a stop here to make this a field goal drive, and they get it. So 24-25, and now the Vikings kicker would come on to try and make it 28-24. And the kick is away, and good. Obviously, that was just a chip shot for him. So now the Eagles have a 4-point game on their hands, and it's the start of the 4th quarter, 3rd and inches. Matt Barkley on the read option, and Barkley would be hit hard, but he would get the first down. That's Barkley's first rush attempt on the day. 3rd and 9 on the same possession. Matt Barkley dropping back, firing, and he has Deshaun Jackson, but Deshaun could not get 2 feet in, so it's 4th down. They would go for this. Barkley dropping back as Barkley's going deep for Cooper, and it is tipped down. Minnesota ball on the 35-yard line. It's crucial that the Eagles get a stop here, and Tebow dropping back, and Tebow's going to go deep downfield. He's got his man, and it's a touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings. 35-25 now for the Eagles. And this game is not looking good right now. Their undefeated season so far is not looking that good. So now that they kick it off, it's 24-35. I think I said 25-35 earlier. But it's 24-35. And Ted Ginn on the return. Ted Ginn up the sideline. He's out past the 40, out past the 50, and then is dragged down inside the 50-yard line. So the Eagles would start in enemy territory. And from the 47, Barkley fires and finds LaShawn McCoy, who spins out a guy and gets a decent gain on that one. 7 yards on that play. 3rd and 3, Barkley dropping back. He's looking, firing, and he has Brad Smith, who makes the catch and then is dragged down. Brad Smith has 2 receptions for 15 yards on the day. And now Barkley, 1st and 10. Barkley's trying to come up clutch this game, and he finds Zach Ertz, who gets the first down and a 21-yard gain with that. 1st and goal, handoff, LaShawn McCoy. McCoy into the end zone, 30-35, or 30-35. And the Eagles come out, and I believe they would go for 2. Yes, they would. And there's the read option, and LaShawn McCoy would keep it and walk into the end zone. 32-35 now. It's only a field goal game for the Eagles. as Tim Tebow would hand it to Adrian Peterson. Peterson jukes out a few people and then is finally brought down. 19 rushes, 89 yards for Adrian Peterson. We've slowed him down a little bit, but that's still not where we wanted to be with Peterson running the ball. 2nd and 5, Tebow dropping back. And Tebow's firing and finding Jennings. And Jennings is brought down on the play. He has 6 receptions for 116 yards on the day. And I believe that's Boykin's man, and Boykin has not shown up today at all. As Tebow's going to run to the left, and Tebow's got the first down after spending off one guy. 5 rushes for 39 yards for Tim Tebow on the day. 1st and 10 now. Tebow, handoff Adrian Peterson. Peterson up the middle, breaking tackles. Peterson down to the 1-yard line. 21 rushes, 116 yards for Adrian Peterson. 2nd and goal now from the 6. Tebow handoff Peterson, and Peterson is into the end zone as Kruger kind of pushed him in, but he would get in. So now the Eagles have a serious situation. It's 32-42. 4 minutes to go. They've got to score quickly. And he completes a big pass to Cooper, which will help this drive, obviously. And now Barkley from shotgun again on 2nd and 20. He fires and has Deshaun Jackson, who's down the sideline, who gets inside the 30-yard line. He's brought down at the 21. Deshaun only has 3 catches, but he has 70 yards on the day. And now, handoff LaShawn McCoy. McCoy's got room to work. McCoy's breaking tackles. And McCoy drags defenders into the end zone for a touchdown. And McCoy just brought new life to Philadelphia, as now it's 39-42, and here comes the onside kick by Jones. And the Eagles would not be able to recover it, so now their defense has to come up with a big stop on the play. 2.5 minutes to go. Now 2 minutes to go. 2nd and 3. Handoff Adrian Peterson. Peterson would break a tackle, kind of. I don't know what that animation was, but he would get the first, and now it's inside 2 minutes. The Eagles are now out of timeouts. 2nd and 11, and he gives it to Adrian Peterson, and Peterson's brought down by Chris Davis, the rookie defensive back. 3rd and 2, and the Eagles had to come up with a stop here. Handoff Peterson, and Peterson is dragged down in the backfield by Trent Cole, and now the Vikings kicker would come on and try to make it a 6-point game, and the kick is up, and it looks like, yep, it's good. So now 39-45. The Eagles have 17 seconds to score, or else their undefeated season is over. Last play of the game. Matt Barkley dropping back, firing. Does not get enough behind it, and the Vikings will take it. 39-45. The Eagles fall to 4-1. The Vikings get their first win on the year. Tebow played phenomenal. I will give him that. Matt Barkley played good, but it just came down to our defense could not stop their offense. Peterson, 27 carries, 140 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson was a big part in the Vikings win today, and our defense just has to play better. They had awful tackling, awful coverage all game, and they let up a total of 45 points. You can't let up 45 points and expect to win. And the play of the game is the punt return for a touchdown by Ted Ginn. It would help us, and there in the beginning it kind of looked like the Eagles might dominate this game, as they were up 10-3 and then 10-6 and 17-6. So it looked like they may dominate it, but then the Vikings really turned it around second half and had a tremendous second half and came away with the win. Next game, the Philadelphia Eagles take on the Seattle Seahawks, so we will see how that game goes. There's the final stats. They won everything. They dominated time of possession. And yeah, that's the way that game ended. But this is Teenage Night, and I'm out.